Your League One Saturday night begins with a match surely fitting to be called a duel. The top two League One offenses go at it as North Texas SC hosts the Richmond Kickers, presented by Advocare. Tonight, bringing you the action from Globe Life Park. I'm Chris McCovic, happy to have you with us. What a great battle here. Summarizes really what we're dealing with as we move deeper in the season. So much on the line with each match as it goes by for North Texas. They have solidified things heading towards the end. They really need to win every single match down the rest of the way for a chance to get that other spot in the League One final. They began things very well this week with a victory on Wednesday against Chattanooga. Great demeanor and mentality, according to head coach Eric Quill, coming off of giving up the early PK to Greg Hurst. Bounce back, great offense in the second half. They win it 3-1. And another 3 points for them. 2 straight matches with victories. They'll need to continue it to keep their hopes alive. Richmond on the other side, right in the thick of things, a win tonight, and they would really make things difficult for other sides chasing them in the table for that second spot. They bounce back from that tough loss to New England 2 with a 2-1 victory Wednesday night against Orlando City B. Sawatsky taking the performance, not happy with all facets, but said they did dominate some areas of the match. The big winner of the night, Bolaños, 2 goals, both of those for Richmond on the evening, winning 2-1. And someone that has stepped up to the wing slot with Matt Bullock moving to right back with Ian Antley out with injury. We'll see if the High Point University grad can continue that here today up in the top 3 of the formation. Our standings entering today's match. And of course, Tucson and Greenville coming shortly after us. Richmond, 3 points. They can really solidify things and end the hopes for both Tucson and North Texas with a win this evening. Draw makes things a little more complicated. And of course, North Texas, they need to really win out to have a chance at the League One final. They're right in there, though, with 4 matches remaining, including tonight. We'll see if they can get it done as we head into our lineups to come. Well, players to watch, presented by Chick-fil-A. We start with Arturo Rodriguez, League One MVP last year. 5 appearances so far in 2020 for Eric Quill, coming in the last few matches. 9 created chances, but he has scored in each of the last 2 matches. A key to this offense that they will surely need, stepping up from the midfield as a creative force once again. On the other side, we mentioned his name. Fantastic performance, a brace against Orlando City B. Bolaños coming in and seizing that role for Darren Sawatsky. And as I mentioned, he will be relied on more in that wing role up in the top of the formation for Darren Sawatsky as we enter tonight's action. Well, Richmond, North Texas, so much on the line, a ton to cram in, but either way, they're doing battle tonight. One side trying to step up and take the 3 points.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back here into Globe Life Park. A powerful unifying moment before our match presented by Advocare. North Texas SC and the Richmond Kickers going at it. Let's check out our starting 11s for the battle ahead. Presented by Advocare. North Texas SC today's home side. Pretty similar look to what we saw in the win against Chattanooga. Same back line as well. Manjoma back out there, right back. Looked excellent in his first appearance for North Texas SC. Damas back in the 18. He'll be on the bench this evening after he didn't make the trip to Chattanooga. We'll look for Rodriguez Roberts. Kind of mix things between the forward line and the midfield line to be creative forces out there for North Texas. Richmond Kickers, their starting 11. Terzaghi, more of a number 10 role. Olex Anderson making his first start up at the top of the formation. But Bolduc at right back. Pavone, his roommate actually. Those two, a comfortable right wing out there for Darren Sawatsky to get the action moving forward. Getting set for the whistle here to start things from Globe Life Park. There it is, North Texas SC. Richmond Kickers going at it to start your League One Saturday night. It'll be North Texas, the red and white, moving right to left. Richmond Kickers, the all-white tonight, moving from left to right. Two teams that like the high press, and surely we should see a few interceptions in the back this evening. Again, I'm Chris Pekovic, happy to have you with us. So much on the line here this evening. We'll get into it later with you. Of course, at the end of the day, Richmond, North Texas, they both need and want the 3 points. And we have the two top offenses in front of us here today. Let's take a look at our injury report presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Big losses out there. The first two captains of the season, Breck Evans and Juan Alvarez, out still for North Texas. On the other side for Richmond, DeBose and Toblib out still for the Kickers. Throw in Ian Antley as well. He is out once again. Big loss at right back as he was a creative force throughout the season. Ryo losing it over to Terzaghi. Terzaghi stepping up again, leading the Golden Boot race here in USL League One. Fires from deep, stopped by Aviles, but almost Anderson getting on the end of that one. Another look here on the Advocare replay. Terzaghi just testing things on the opposing keeper so far. 21 years old out of Dallas, Aviles. Here's Rodriguez on the run the other way. Magal Hayes gets the stop with the touch. We'll stay put here on the near sideline. Kyle Venter, the captain for this evening's proceedings, takes this. North Texas, 1.75 goals per game. Kickers, 1.42. That's the top two in League One at this point. Problem has been defense for the both of these sides. North Texas early on, Richmond more of late defensively. Roberts taking it around the back. Roberts not with the squad in Chattanooga, but back here. Roberts going down there, and here come the Kickers. Anderson speeding up ahead, his first start of the season after joining the Kickers in the last few weeks. Someone that Darren Sawatsky is familiar with from his time at the Sounders organization. Test out the right flank. Here's Che stepping up. Someone that is at center back but has played fullback already this season for North Texas. Ball sent in, but behind Bruce in the middle there. He's at the number 9 slot today. Rodriguez lining up on that left wing. Key for North Texas this year has been trying to find that defensive consistency we saw from the championship squad a year ago. They have done that in the last few matches. Burgess and Shea settling in as that center back duo they've been looking for. Manjoma on the right back slot now. Homegrown signing from January for FC Dallas. AAC Defensive Player of the Year. Ball whipped in and just wide of the mark. It's a deflection and an early corner kick for North Texas SC. Let's take another look at the Advocare replay. Roberts from deep, firing that one wide. Roberts does have a goal this season. We're spending time bouncing between FC Dallas and North Texas SC. Ball flipped over the crossbar. That was a cheeky move. Well, luckily, going away for Fitzgerald. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. Driven by Toyota. For North Texas, that multi-goal success. They are 4-1-3 when they score 2 or more goals this season. Pair with that an 0-2-2 record when they don't find that 2-goal mark. So surely they'll be trying to fire on all cylinders early on this evening. For Darren Sawatsky, he emphasized the first 30 minutes of the match to us. He says that his side this season really settles in after that 30-minute mark, and they really find success in the match, and he feels like North Texas is a team that pounces on mistakes. If you limit those mistakes early, maybe they can't find that confidence to build on the rest of the match. So far, it is Richmond with the majority of chances. Terzaghi stepping up. The Argentine plays it wide. It went off of Rayo and back over to North Texas. Cirillo back in the lineup at that more number 6/number 8 role for North Texas. That red card incident against Tucson a few weeks ago, suspended 2 matches, came back against Chattanooga and just some unlucky situations to say. Gave up the penalty early on, but North Texas bouncing back with 3 goals late in the match after that conversion by Greg Hurst. Scored 4 minutes later, free kick by Arturo Rodriguez as Darren Sawatsky flicks it in there. Someone who played for New England Revolution in MLS and of course in the USL with the Sounders, 67 appearances before becoming part of their coaching staff and leading the academy somewhat as the development director. Here's Bruce laying it off. Found himself with a tally on Wednesday. Converting from the spot. That out of play on the far side, a throw-in for the Richmond Kickers. Our head official for tonight's action, Gerald Flores. Ball over the top, back over to Aviles. 2 clean sheets this season, 23 saves. 9 goals allowed in 8 starts. Hernandez out wide to Che. Eric Quill very happy with his side of late. A lot of new pieces in there, but they've been clicking on all cylinders, looking a bit more like that championship side from a year ago. Ball flicked over, headed away by Venter. Still alive in there, knocked back by Thompson. The left back will whip it downfield. That's corralled by Cirillo. And North Texas, they did have quite a few players, to say the least, out for that Chattanooga match. David Rodriguez and Rado Damas not making the trip. Thomas Roberts with FC Dallas, along with Ricardo Pepe, who has made an appearance this season. Eric Cole saying that, says even more about the squad currently and how well they're playing, that they didn't have Ronaldo Damas on that journey. He says he was questionable on the injury report entering tonight's match. If he did join the 18, it would be just another powerful force out there, joining the excellent squad of late. That's what they have off the bench potentially for the second half. Now Roberts towards the end line, losing it, goes out of play, and it's a goal kick for Kira Fitzgerald. Kickers defense, pretty good numbers this season. Not helping it was that 4-0 loss at home to New England too. Both these sides in front of us today, 1.33 GAA, that's tied for 6th in USL League One. Fitzgerald, a solid season, 32 saves in his 12 starts. 3 clean sheets. Defense that does give up the chances here and there. 5th in League One in shots per game allowed and shots on goal allowed. Most of the possession to this point with North Texas SC. Hernandez laying it off for Cirillo. Out of play, it stays with North Texas. Eric Quill telling us this week that they have been ingraining in the minds of their players, their team. This is like a final, this match. They lost and their season over, and he said really would not be fun for their final 3 matches of the season to be played without anything on the line. And that's the urgency we're seeing early on from them. 11 minutes in, ball laid back over, cleared by McGall-Hayes. Richmond a win tonight. Be up at 26 points. North Texas is 17. And yes, with 3 matches remaining, North Texas would be able to tie Richmond in the end of the season if all things went their way, but they would lose the first tiebreaker of wins. That is why they would be eliminated tonight with a Richmond victory. Bruce in a battle with Kraft. Who's out of play, and here's Walden. Sawatsky, definitely his name should be up nominated for Coach of the Year honors. First year with Richmond after leading FC Tucson last year in their inaugural League One campaign. He's done a masterful job with the Richmond Kickers. They have quite a few matches remaining. Fortunately had a few postponements this year due to the ongoing pandemic. They've handled it well so far. One of those was that Wednesday match against Orlando City B. To the end line, ball sent in, Bruce is there, lays it down, Rodriguez settling it, still Rodriguez fires, blocked by McGall-Hayes, Rodriguez again, fisted by Fitzgerald, he scoops it in. Crazy bit of bounces in there for the Richmond defense, but they hang tall. Back the other way, quickly we go, Anderson on the run. Anderson into the box, back over, stopped by Che, briefly though. Anderson has that speed at the top to get that service across. Sawatsky telling us this week that he's a player where he can work those tight combos with others around him. A 1-2 here and there, but then you give him that final pass with that ball over the top, he has the jets to burn past the defense, and that's what we just saw nearly. Che, a good stop. Roberts wanted the handball, no call there. Here comes Anderson once again, Terzaghi running left. Terzaghi thinking about it. He'll play it to the right side. Pavone stepping up, fires, and it curls out. What a string of motion the last few moments. Let's take a look at the North Texas chance. Rio in on the Advocare replay. Rodriguez, good block by McGall-Hayes off his body, and then a fist away or a paw at it in the air by Fitzgerald to just avoid that little lob. And then Anderson, Terzaghi, Pavone the other way, combining for the chance, and it was Pavone skying this one into the stands here at Globe Life Park. He's on the right wing today, playing most of the season at the number 9 role. Now with Anderson more in there, they have someone fitting that position with a bit more speed at the top. Coach Sawatsky telling us this week that really asking a lot for him to find chemistry joining the squad midway through the year, but clearly he has done that well in practice to get the start here today, his 3rd appearance overall. Rodriguez is called for the foul. Taking a look at the Advocare replay. Again, Bolduc at that right back spot. Someone that has played right wing back before. Sliding into that spot with Ian Mantley going down. Sawatsky telling us he has 2 options really. Akwe, of course, a notable defender for the Richmond Kickers both last year and this year. And Bolduc, who He feels a little bit more comfortable with stepping back with the play of Bolaños, especially what came out against Orlando City B. Looked excellent at the wing slot. There goes that winger, but Aviles up there to stop it in its tracks and takes it in here in the 15th minute. Burgess, quite the wonder goal against Chattanooga, the center back. Eric Cole telling us that he was kind of blindsided by that goal. Couldn't see it from his vantage point, but out of the celebration saw Burgess coming, and he was shocked to say the least of that power. Said he hasn't seen that before in practice from Burgess. Certainly a cannon to keep an eye on set pieces now. Spent his season with FC Dallas, but hasn't seen an appearance, so getting some time with North Texas to end out the season. Eric Quill hoping to have the duo be he and Che for the rest of the way. Rayo continues the run against Magalhaes towards the end line. Out of play, went off of Rayo. It's a goal kick for Richmond. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Select ball getting set to be put back in play by Akira Fitzgerald. His former team, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, in action right now in USL Championship. A brief 2-0 lead over Birmingham at the half. There's the quarterfinals ongoing tonight, USL Championship, so keep an eye on that while you tune in for your USL League One action, Tucson and Greenville. Shortly following this one at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Aviles, good touch there around Kraft. That's the pressure and the press we've come to expect from the Richmond Kickers this season. Anjoma gives it right away. A poor pass there over to Terzaghi. Eric Cole telling us this week that they will not let Terzaghi be the reason they get eliminated this season. They're looking for double teams anytime he touches the ball. Someone that can capitalize on those tight spaces, one of the quickest releases, shooting-wise, here in USL League One, according to Quill. I'm sure anyone can agree with that has watched Richmond Kickers this season. Ball lofted in, Aviles off his line, he'll grab it here in the 18th. North Texas taking their time with their possession buildup. You see Cirillo will step back, making more of a three-back when they're in possession. Waldeck goes down. Nothing there. Bolduc will take over for the Richmond Kickers. Bolduc, the native out of New Hampshire, will be celebrating his 26th birthday come Monday. 6 assists last year in League One. Leads the team and created chances with 14 at the right back spot. Here comes North Texas, another interception. Roberts on back. Cirillo from deep. He's hit a banger like that this season on this field. Ball sent in. Hernandez there. So is Waldeck out of play. And it's a goal kick. Another look at the Advocare replay. Waldeck on the back side, just couldn't get over Bolduc in the end. Richmond, road record 2-2-2 this season. The side that in its history here in League One last year and this year has seen 6 road victories combined. 30% win percentage. A league that certainly always tough to win on the road. They come into a fortress here, both Toyota Stadium, of course, last year, now Globe Life Park 2020. North Texas, they really do capitalize. 95% of the time they get a win or a draw in their home matches. They've been stellar. Hoping that continues tonight to keep their playoff hopes alive. Not sure quite what to call it. Just top two teams making the final. I guess their finalist hopes alive. As Greenville has already locked up one spot of that. Looking to lock up home field advantage if North Texas can help them out today. They'll come with a win over Tucson if Richmond draws or loses this evening. Che recently signing a homegrown deal with FC Dallas. Now Roberts, Waldeck, Pavone down the sideline. He'll at least get possession back for the Kickers. Over the top, Anderson is there, so is Che. Rodriguez cutting inside. Pavone tracking him from that right wing spot. Flicks it ahead. Rayo on the run. Gets it first. Sends it over, but curling off the target. We'll say Fitzgerald got a touch perhaps. It's a corner kick over to North Texas. What a ball in there. He shot coming from the wing. All corner kicks presented by Michelob Ultra. North Texas, their second overall so far. Roberts towards the box. Still Roberts sends it in there. Saved by Fitzgerald, but the rebound, it finds Alex Bruce. North Texas leads. Second straight match with a goal for Alex Bruce on the Advocare replay. Let's take a look. Good save by Fitzgerald, but wide open there. It's the striker for North Texas. Bruce and the home side, they lead this 1-0 early on. That goal presented by Bruce and SNHU. Darren Sawatsky told us he was concerned prior to the 30th minute of these matches. North Texas, they capitalize on what I guess you could call a mistake there. Rebound off the save, wide open Bruce, he makes them pay. That goal huge for North Texas. A win keeps their hopes alive here in USL League One. They want more. Waldeck, he has Rodriguez nearby to help out. Bruce, coached by Eric Quill back in the academy days at Houston Texans SC. Their side winning a USDA national title. Played with Lansing last year, of course. 3 goals in 24 appearances. Settling in Back in Texas, Majoma, cross in, still alive, scooped up by Fitzgerald. Bruce's dad working in the oil industry, hopped around a lot over his years growing up, but settled in the Houston area of late. With San Antonio in 2018, and loaned to Lansing, of course, before heading back over to Texas with North Texas SC here in 2020. Still fairly young. He'll turn 22 at the end of the month. Manjoma takes this at 22 currently. Joined the Dallas Academy back in 2011. 4 years at SMU, 66 appearances. Anderson, great spin, he fires it out of play. We expected some fireworks tonight. We may just get that on the Advocare replay. Tricky move here. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where Anderson is from. 2016 season with the Seattle Sounders saw 15 appearances, including 2 other appearances in the U.S. Open Cup. Time with Tacoma Defiance, at that time Seattle 2. For his native country, 28 caps, including 4 in the recent CONCACAF Nations League B play. Out of play on the near side here, a minute 26. Fans, make sure to follow North Texas SC, the Richmond Kickers, and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+. Watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Of course, the rest of the USL League One season and the final on ESPN+, along with the USL Championship playoffs, the quarterfinals, all in action this evening. Exciting night of soccer, to say the least. So much on the line. We're down to the last few weeks of USL League One play. Every game seems to matter. Last night, we saw Fort Lauderdale eliminated from their play for the USL League One final. A 4-1 loss to New England 2. We'll take you through some of those other scenarios. Have to do with tonight's matches coming up at the hydration break to come. Alex Bruce trying to catch Fitzgerald off his line, a wishful one. Goal kick to come. Of course, one more match following today in USL League One, Week 13. It will be Omaha and Madison tomorrow. A lot riding on that. Omaha, the team sitting right behind the Richmond Kickers as Aviles clears this out. And Madison, the side just like Richmond, a lot still in front of them. 30 possible points still for Madison. They only have 15 on the board. A team like North Texas and New England too even that could quickly rise up. Miguel Hayes from the back as Richmond builds forward. Something happening off the ball here. Flores telling Rodriguez that's enough. Terzaghi wanting a bit more. At least the free kick is given to Richmond there. All right, one team moving on in the USL Championship playoffs. It will be St. Louis FC continuing their magical run. Final year as a club. They're headed over into the Eastern Conference semis. Ball over the top, headed away. Joma was there. Now Hernandez trying to help out with the first touch, but got it on the second go-around. Anderson lays it off. Terzaghi now. They come back for that on his run. Now Kraft, he'll loft it in, right side of the box, headed back over. But Pavone into the side netting. And that brings us to our first hydration break of the match. 1-0 to North Texas SC, the Alex Bruce tally. Well, we mentioned it to you. Let's take you through some of the proceedings to come here in League One in a unique way. Now, typically you would look at the standings with that second column, of course, points. That's how they currently line up in order. But max possible points on your right side. If every team won out, of course, we know that can't happen. That's where they would stand. So if your particular team would win out, that's where you would be, and you can kind of pair that for where you would be in the points right now. Now, the three columns in the middle, those are your tiebreakers in order. Wins, goal differential, and then goals scored. Usually we won't get to the goal differential part of things, so keep an eye on the win tally. Now, tonight, Richmond, if they win, North Texas SC would be eliminated because Richmond will be at 8 wins, 26 points. North Texas with 3 matches remaining and 4 wins. They could equate on, of course, points, but not wins, which would be the tiebreaker. Richmond will win the tiebreaker. Therefore, North Texas would be out. Now, for Tucson, they're kind of the weird one of the bunch. They finished their season on the 17th against Orlando City B, while all other teams will play on the 24th again. Well, with only 2 matches remaining, they can only attain 24 points. They're currently at 18, 6 from 2 wins. That would get them to 24. So, of course, if Richmond wins tonight, that would get them to 26. Tucson impossible to get to 26, with their max being 24. They would be eliminated before they even take the field tonight. So if there's anyone cheering on North Texas as well, it's FC Tucson on John Gallus as they prepare to take on Greenville Triumph later this evening. Crazy how things work. Whole lot of storylines in this match. Meanwhile, you talk about that. The opponent of Tucson later tonight, Greenville, they're rooting for North Texas, so they have a shot to beat Tucson to clinch home field advantage. After Greenville, they were fans of Tucson against Madison last week to get a draw or a win over Madison to clinch a playoff berth for Greenville. So I guess who you're rooting for, your friends, your enemies, they change by the match, they change by the week when playoff circumstances are on the line. But for the fans out there, certainly keep an eye on not only the points, but the amount of wins for that tiebreaker. It's not goal differential that's first, it's number of wins. That already, because of that potential tiebreaker, saw Greenville clinch a playoff spot because Omaha could not equate with them on total wins at the end of the day. Just another way to look at the standings and cheer on your own team towards the final. Now Richmond trying to dig out of this 1-0 early hole. The goal by Bruce, if you're just joining us. A rebound off of Fitzgerald's save, falling to the striker of North Texas. McGauley's going down against Bruce. Nothing doing there as Fitzgerald picks it on up. For Richmond, most of their goals this year coming in the first half, 10 of their total overall. Anderson pokes it free. Bolaños back over to Anderson in the box. Anderson fires. They wanted the touch. They will get it. It's a corner kick and a player down for North Texas. To see what happened on the Advocare replay. Good 1-2 play. Back over to Anderson. And Burgess going down. Something you want to see there. He's settled in so well to that center back role. He's on his feet. Good to see. Kraft whips it in there. Header by Venter, but the wrong way. Falls back down, still alive in there. Headed back by Che. Venter again. Now Waldeck. Cleared. Here comes Bolduc to take this throw in. 11 starts, including today, so far this year. Rodriguez through the traffic, go over to Waldeck. They'll reset at the back. North Texas pretty strong at home this year, 2-0-4, undefeated. Haven't been able to find as many wins as maybe they would want to, as this foul is called. What Eric Quill feels he has found with some of these new additions into the lineup, a winning mentality. Collision between Rodriguez and Bolduc. Foul goes the way of the Kickers, who have been dangerous on set pieces to say the least this year. Keep an eye on McGallhays, number 4 out there. Center back has been one to find the back of the net 2 times so far this year. Terzaghi as well, of course, the Golden Boot leader. 2-man wall for North Texas. Kraft, the ball in. Knocked through, Waldeck the header, and Richmond will reset with Anderson on the wing. Met by Rodriguez. Anderson back over, corner kick to the Kickers. So far, 5 shots, 1 on target for the Kickers. Good in creating chances this year from the set pieces, as I just mentioned. Let's see if they can find one here. Kraft whips it in, near post, headed on and clear. Terzaghi got a good look there, but couldn't wield it on target. North Texas, excellent generating chances. Top offense in the league for a reason. Nearly 10 shots per game, that's second in League One. But out of that, 4.8 shots on target per game. That's first in the league. Rayo getting past Kraft, resetting at midfield with Roberts. Slings it over the top. McGallhays is there, the Brazilian center back. Foul called. Wanda's going down. Here's Venter. Flicks it over the top, Terzaghi. Terzaghi whips it over, but off target. You can see what he was trying to do with Anderson in the middle. North Texas very comfortable, leading 1-0. Slowing up possession to move up the field. Upended, possession 1. Now Roberts stepping up, deflected The block by Venter. Throw in for North Texas. Rodriguez, quick turn. Too heavy of a touch, cleared in the end by Venter. Throw in just before the corner flag. So far, 9 shots, 3 on target for North Texas SC. Back out, back where we started. Ryo fires right into the legs. McGalley's still alive in there, but it's coming back the other way. Free kick over to Richmond. Taking a look at the Advocare replay. May have went off the hand of Bruce. North Texas, their next 2 will be on the road. At New England 2 on Friday, and then at Madison, make up for a postponement following that. They'll be back at home though for the final match of the season on the 24th against Tormenta. Tormenta, the next side that Richmond will see a week from today, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, of course, on ESPN+. And as always, CBS 6.3, your other home for USL League One in the Richmond area. I'd like to welcome in all the fans tuning in from there. Good pressure from Kraft, almost winning it, takes down Waldeck. Foul is 1. Rodriguez asking for a card. Nothing comes for now. Taking a look at the Advocare replay. You can see pretty clearly the late tackle in behind Waldeck. Long ball stopped by Bolduc. Knocked out of play by Terzaghi. Thompson, the left back, stepping up. Upended there as Ryo went down early. And this will be our first yellow of the match. Goes to Ryo. Third yellow card of the campaign for the Dallas native. Taking a look at the Advocare replay. Got stuck on the ground and was poking at Thompson, taking him down. However, North Texas, they average 1.08 yellow cards per game. That's best in League One. Good for 1 yellow card a game. Eric Will probably hopes that's the only one they'll see. Pair with that, they do have 3 red cards. Thompson's still down. Back on his feet. He'll have to go off briefly, but hopefully good to continue momentarily as we're back underway here in the 44th. Of course, stay with us for our Toyota halftime report. Take a deeper look at the Golden Boot battle. Ricky Lopez-Espin and Emiliano Terzaghi still at the top of the race, as has been the theme the last few weeks. Of course, news and notes and scores in the upcoming schedule from around USL League One. Terzaghi with the pressure up ahead. Dual strikers up up top there at times. And, Anderson and Terzaghi. Chase stepping up here. North Texas getting that goal early. They have really slowed down the pace of this match. Their possession-like attack. Limiting the chances so far for the kickers. Just one shot on target for Sawatsky and his side. Good give and go. Hernandez stepping up. Former SMU man. Slowed up by Falk. Interception by Magalhae. Heading into stoppage time now, presented by Advocare. Out of play, and we do have a goal kick for North Texas SC.
Go ahead.
4 minutes of Advocare stoppage time here at Globe Life Park. Still a few minutes for a team to get a chance going. Almost taken back there by the kickers. Great opportunity, and they'll get it here on the throw-in on the near side. Brought down, cleared. Venter will take it. Magalhae's back over to his keeper, Fitzgerald. Hernandez stepping up. Slides it on over, knocked free, still alive, great movement, and put in. North Texas finds a second. Onjoma running up from the right back spot. His second start for North Texas, he finds his goal. Watch on the Advocare replay here. This is pure class. Back and forth with Waldeck. On a platter, he puts it in around Fitzgerald. That goal presented by Onjoma and SNHU. Don't count them out. North Texas trying to find their third straight victory. They're eyeing a 2-0 lead into halftime. A dream start for Eric Quill and North Texas tonight against the Richmond Kickers. And we mentioned it already. 4-1-3 this season when scoring 2 or more goals. That's the magic number. Just one loss this year when they do so. .75 goals per game entering today. Offense was their forte last year, but paired with an excellent defense, and this defense has been so strong on this recent run. A clean sheet against Fort Lauderdale, giving up 1 goal just from the PK spot against Chattanooga on Wednesday. And now, at least for the first 45, pitching a clean sheet. There's the halftime whistle. North Texas taking their chances well. Bruce and then Manjoma, 2-0 over the Richmond Kickers at the break. Sawatsky and the Kickers looking to make that second half comeback upcoming. But what a start for Eric Will on the side. Their backs up against the wall. They need a win to keep their hopes alive. They've put themselves in excellent position for the second 45. There's the second goal scorer, Manjoma. Great run from the right back spot. This back line, they're clicking. They're finding something there. See if they can continue it into the second half to come. 2-0 to the defending champions. Can they find a magical run back to the final? Well, it's going to start tonight with hopefully a win for them in the second half. Richmond Kickers, they want to have their say. We're back next with the Toyota halftime report.
Deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it, my grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Okay, so maybe we're new to home improvement, but we're determined. We got an insider tip on the ultimate flooring destination. Whoa, Floor & Decor is amazing. Look at us. We're shopping alongside real-life designers and contractors. I love this tile. And this one. And these prices? Look at this. Durable and water-resistant. We should do the kitchen next. Oh yeah, we found where the pros go. Now we're unstoppable.
Explore Floor & Decor in person or online at flooranddecor.com.
Why do we celebrate? Because we know this achievement isn't just for us. It's for our team, our family, and our future. It's for that final moment when we know we've defied the odds and put our future into our own hands. As the official education partner of Major League Soccer, SNHU helps players, staff, and fans achieve their goals. Your celebration starts here. Visit snhu.edu.
Welcome back here into Globe Life Park at the half between North Texas SC and the Richmond Kickers. And we're towards the end of the season, of course, and now we're narrowing things a bit in our races in the statistical categories, including the Golden Boot race overall. And it's been two names at the top for most of the season. Emiliano Terzaghi in front of you tonight, 9 goals entering this weekend. And Ricky Lopez-Espin, familiar face from last year with Lansing Ignite, had a couple of goals in there for Nate Miller. But joining Fort Lauderdale CF this season as a native of Miami with 7 goals in 14 games entering this weekend. Let's take a look at Terzaghi, some of his great finishes so far this season. The Argentine coming in under Darren Sawatsky, new face here in USL League One. Played with Banfield over in Argentina and didn't get a ton of opportunities in starting roles, but comes over here and puts his name up in lights. You saw that finish to start things off earlier this season, and then this great finish to open up the account on the day against Chattanooga, 1-0 at CHI Memorial Stadium. And Ricky Lopez-Espin on the other side, tough stretch of things at Lansing, only played about half the season with them, but came over to the Inter Miami organization, ended up with Fort Lauderdale CF, and he's one of the players that's more established, of course, some time training in MLS with LAFC, but comes over here to USL League One and has really done well in this 2020 campaign. A leader really on a very young squad, more of a veteran that has showcased his ability at the top of the formation and has done so even to this point as we move deeper and deeper into our season. So we'll see if they can add to their totals in the final few weeks of the campaign. But for now, let's check out our upcoming news and notes from around USL League One.
the arrival. I came in the league, went straight for the title. No time to idle. I'm finna get it, put that on the Bible. This is survival. Gotta treat every move made like the final. Yeah, I gotta get it. Get it, don't mindset.
Welcome back here into Globe Life Park. Beautiful evening as we continue our Toyota halftime report with news and notes from around USL League One. We start with the New England Revolution 2. What an incredible run they have been on to get back into the playoff conversation here to potentially get in the League One final. 4-1 victors last night over Fort Lauderdale CF. Greenville triumph with a particular result here for Richmond Kickers tonight, as we mentioned, could clinch home field rights for that League One final. Player of the Week honors going to Ronaldo Damas, and he's part of your Team of the Week, along with two teammates, Waldeck and also Aviles up there, those three for North Texas SC from a week ago, Week 12 of USL League One. Take a look at our standings entering today's action. Of course, no match in the end, postponed, OCB and Chattanooga. So Chattanooga staying at the 4 spot. For Richmond, they can extend themselves from that pack with a win this evening. While North Texas right in the bunch, holding on to hope as we enter this second half. Looking at our scoreboard presented by WinStar World Casino and Resort. It's Tucson and Greenville to end out your Saturday night. Midweek fixtures across the board this week. North Texas a big 3 points on the road against Chattanooga. Quite the result there for Eric Quill and his side, and a big one to say the least. Unfortunately, Tucson ending the hopes for Tormenta. But let's take a look at that Tucson-Greenville matchup coming your way right after our broadcast this evening. Out in the desert, they will do battle. Funny enough, last year, it was kind of the crowning moment for Greenville late in the season when they were able to clinch their playoff berth into those Final Four with a late goal in stoppage time. Goalkeeper all the way forward up the field for Darren Sawatsky and FC Tucson. Chris Bermudez put it home for a 3-2 victory to clinch that victory. See if they can do the same tonight. Upcoming schedule presented by MoneyGram. Of course, that matchup for you tonight. Also tomorrow, it will be a Union Omaha and Madison doing battle. Until Wednesday when we're back with you, Fort Lauderdale CF and Forward Madison FC. Should be another good one as Forward Madison tries to climb up the table against Fort Lauderdale. When we come back to Globe Life Park, we'll have highlights and stats for you before we kick off the second half.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Hey, Billy, is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back here into Globe Life Park as we finish off our Toyota halftime report. 2-0 to the defending champions, North Texas SC. They try to keep their playoff hopes alive here in USL League One. A big part of that would be knocking down the Richmond Kickers here this evening, but still plenty of time left for Richmond to respond. Let's check out our first half highlights for tonight's action presented by Advocare. A good back and forth early on, but North Texas, they really settled into that possession offense. Began with the wing on that right side, some key success in there. Early cross here, great chance for Rodriguez, blocked by Hayes. And then Ventura deflection, Fitzgerald a save out of that. Good defensive stop by the Richmond Kickers early on to keep it 0-0 as Fitzgerald held his line fairly well. Anderson, he's brought some good speed at the top of the formation, but they haven't been able to find those openings from Terzaghi to Pavone. Pavone's had two good opportunities on this right wing, sending both out of play so far today. It was Rayo that kept this attack going, and a shot there, zinging on by Fitzgerald. Ended up being a corner kick. And Roberts here doing the dirty work. Into the box, puts it in. The shot saved by Fitzgerald. But to his dismay, it's Bruce cleaning it up and puts it in 1-0 to North Texas, his second in 2 games. Anderson, brilliant move, puts it wide. The accuracy just not there in the first half for the Richmond Kickers. As it was a great move by him, but they're hoping for this type of play from him at the top of the formation. He's shown glimpses of it so far. Watch this combo. Waldeck, Monjoma puts it in, his first goal for North Texas. What an assist there by the left back, nailing it back over to Monjoma. And just before the halftime break, 2-0 now to North Texas as we check out our Chase first half stats. 12 shots, 4 on target for North Texas, 6, 1 on target for Richmond. North Texas, majority of the possession so far, to say the least. They got that early goal. They sat with the ball and waited for their opportunities to strike, and they found another one. 69% possession. Incredible work by Eric Quill and his offense to start this match. North Texas, they need a victory today, and they need a victory really the rest of the way, to say the least, as we check out their remaining schedule presented by MoneyGram. 2 road matches on ESPN Plus Friday night against New England 2, then at Forward Madison, and they finish off the season against Tormenta. But everything in front of them, North Texas, they can get it done the rest of the way. They have a great opportunity to be that other USL League One finalist. Richmond, 3 matches remain after today as well. Next Saturday, they will host Tormenta before going on the road to Orlando City B next Wednesday. And then they finish off with Chattanooga. If the Rebels can get some results, that could be a huge match for the final weekend of USL League One here in 2020. Well, back out here at Globe Life Park. Maybe we'll see some substitutions to start our second half, as I see Alisson lining up here near the 4th official. Great midfielder centrally. We'll see where he lines up in the end. Now, for North Texas and Richmond, the series last year at least, all 3 matches going completely the way of North Texas. Richmond, this is their 4th match overall. They are yet to ever score against North Texas SC. Now, considering the 2 goals today, North Texas has outscored Richmond in 3.5 matches, 11-0. Now Sawatsky and the Kickers looking to break that stride in the second half with a big comeback. Let's see if they can get it. So we have Allison and Smith both coming on for North Texas SC. Colin Smith, the winger, on, and Allison, defensive midfielder, coming out there. The key leader for North Texas. All substitutions tonight, of course, presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Already 2 being used by Eric Quill, and keep in mind, that does not take away from his 3 stoppages in play. He can use for his 5 subs. So for his final 3 subs, he'll have 3 opportunities to stop the match. Our head official Flores looking at his watch, and here's the whistle. 2-0 to North Texas to start things in the second half. Let's see what Richmond has in store for us. Yeah, I'm Chris McCovic, happy to have you with us. Our League One Saturday night. 2 substitutions to begin our second half, both presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Allison and Colin Smith coming on for Eric Quill. Smith lining up at that right wing to start things. Allison in the middle. Here comes Richmond to kick us off. Bolaños, fresh off of his brace against OCB. Manjoma, a great goal to end out the first half. Now Bruce stepping up, met by Kraft. Rodriguez. Again, the stakes of this match so important. North Texas, they don't get this win, they are eliminated from final contention here in USL League One. Richmond on the other side, everything's still in front of them, but a win would go a long way to sealing up that second finalist spot for them. Rayo back over to Bruce. Through ball a bit too heavy towards Smith. Now if Richmond is able to make the comeback and get the win, they would eliminate North Texas and FC Tucson. Right now, trying to fight back to get even on the scoreboard first. North Texas, they keep their hopes alive this one, and if they do hold on to the victory, that puts Greenville in prime position to lock up home field advantage for that League One final in their match against Tucson in about an hour. Ball sent ahead, falls free. This will stay with Richmond, a side that does enjoy having possession, building from it. We're seeing 31% of it in that first half. That's going to be step number 1 in the second half to get back in this game. Get on the ball and find some chances. Regales. Here's Venter. I mentioned it in the first half. North Texas 4-1-3 when they score 2 or more goals this season. Just a 1 loss coming on the road to Fort Lauderdale a few weeks back. 0-2-2 when they do not score 2 goals or more. Here's Terzaghi back in there. Kraft, Thompson, the left back stepping up. Fires it in there with the cross. Knocked free and away by Hernandez. It's a corner kick to the Richmond Kickers. Taking a look on the Advocare replay. Thompson getting in under this one. Hernandez doing enough to send that away. Would have went out of play anyway. Thompson whips this in there. Back post, headed out of play, throw-in. Keeping an eye on the USL Championship playoffs. 3 teams are through so far from the quarterfinals tonight. Louisville, Tampa Bay, and St. Louis. Knocked out of play by Majoma. We stay where we are. Richmond on the attack. 1 shot on target, 5 unblocked shots in that first half as Kraft lines up for this one. Leads the team with 14 created chances this season. Headed on and almost finding the trailing Venter at the back post. Great look found by Terzaghi. Center back just a little late getting there. Over the top, good run by Smith towards the end line. Plays it back over, but trailing run of Rodriguez not there. It's taken back by Richmond. That ball stayed in play, it looks like. No, this will be brought back. Alex Bruce goes down. Hearing that there may be a sub offensively for North Texas upcoming. This should be it. Bruce getting the first half goal. His third for North Texas. As the trainer comes on.
Can I go?
So we're hearing that Ronaldo Damas will come on for Alex Bruce here. Damas, of course, not part of that victory on Wednesday against Chattanooga, resting up from that travel up to Tennessee. As Bruce is tended to by the trainer. Here comes the 2019 Golden Boot winner, our next Texas Health Sports Medicine substitution. Damas, some energy off the bench here already with a 2-0 lead for North Texas. Rodriguez on the run, he gets back to the ball, poked away by Kraft. That goes Che, he'll win the foul. Damas this season, the Haitian striker. 5 goals, 3 assists in his 11 previous appearances. Had a brace recently in the win over Fort Lauderdale. Richmond preparing to start their substitutions for the night momentarily. They haven't found much magic in the first 10 minutes of this second half. Outside of a chance by Terzaghi trying to find Venter on the corner kick. Bolaños to the right side. Brought down by Pavone. Here's Bolduc. Kraft trying to fire, deflected on through. Thompson goes down, and that's a free kick for Richmond. A good look here at goal. See if they have a shot on this one. Five-man wall for now with North Texas lining up there. Kraft, Thompson over the ball. Kraft fires and just over the crossbar. Good opportunity, couldn't find the net. A rocket off the right boot. Two substitutions for Darren Sawatsky. It's Akwe on for Pavone and Mwape on for Bolaños. Adding some speed in there. And the Akwe substitution is interesting as he'll more than likely move to right back, and that launches Bolduc up to the wing where he typically plays. Both those substitutions presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. We'll see how Bolduc maybe changes the match at that spot. Out of play, back to the kickers here in the 57th. Nice ball ahead, stopped in its tracks by Che as Mwape was on the run. Thompson stepping up. Down goes Anderson, another free kick here for the kickers. Getting some fouls in there. Taking a look on the Advocare replay. Late contact by Che. Thompson and Kraft once again on the ball. Remember, Kraft a few moments ago striking one from the free kick. And a word with McGallhays, so definitely keep an eye on him in the bunch in the box. Kraft fires on net, but grabbed by Aviles. As Terzaghi was down in the box, they wanted a call, nothing came. Two free kicks, two shots by Kraft. That one on target, though. The 2020 League One season concludes in historic fashion with the league's first national TV broadcast. Don't miss the top two teams in the league compete for the 2020 League One title on both ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes at 8 p.m. Eastern, October 30th. And it's a penalty for Richmond. Che pleading his case, but got tied up there with Anderson. Over the ball in the top, and yes, perhaps 50-50 ball though. It's a game-changing decision. If Terzaghi can convert this for number 10 on the season. At the spot, Terzaghi, he converts. Down to a 1-goal deficit for the Kickers. Terzaghi, some life for the Kickers. They had to come back for a 2-2 draw against Tucson. A few weeks ago, it began with a PK. Does it end in similar fashion? And now the first goal in the 4 meetings between these two sides for the Richmond Kickers. Weirdly enough, it comes at the PK spot. But a big lead on the Golden Boot race now for Terzaghi, with number 10 on the season right there. Meanwhile, corner kick over for North Texas, presented by Michelob Ultra. Let's see if North Texas can respond. Cleared by Akwe. Only the second allowed PK this season by North Texas. Ball floating in, grabbed by Fitzgerald. The other Wednesday against Chattanooga. Richmond now 3 for 5 on the season from the PK spot. Wape on the near side. Thompson steps up, but couldn't get there in time. Manjoma down the field. Manjoma with the throw-in on the near side. Back over to Aviles. There's Che, who slings it downfield. Down goes Thomas. And a talking to at least with McGallhiggs. Yellow card awarded to the Brazilian center back. Arriga's over the ball as we check out the Advocare replay. Taking down Damas as he went after that ball. North Texas back on the attack, trying to find that insurance tally once again. Lofted in there, back down, Damas in there, tries to fire, a save by Fitzgerald. Offsides though, that halts the play. A good stop by Thompson. Venter from the back with Richmond. Kraft. 2-0 North Texas at the break. If you're just joining us, Terzaghi finding a PK in the last few minutes. Burgess looking ahead. No reason for North Texas to rush. They have the 1-goal lead here in the 65th. Taking their time like they did in the first half with their lead. Foul called. This comes back for North Texas. Alisson will line up for this one to put it in play. Smith on the run. Into the final third against Mwape. Out of play, it says for North Texas. Foul called, free kick, edge of the box. McGallhayes called for the foul. He's on a yellow already. But a great service point for North Texas SC. Grab from behind, Damas went down. Rodriguez and Waldeck over the ball. Waldeck swings it in there, headed up by Che. Took a deflection there off of Falk. It's a corner kick now for North Texas, presented by Michelob Ultra. Sent in, knocked away. Goal kick. It's win or go home when the USL Championship playoffs begin tonight. Be part of the conversation and watch every match, goal, and save on ESPN Plus on the way to the USL Championship Final, November 1st at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Already a few teams through. Tampa Bay, St. Louis, and Louisville. Free kick over to Richmond. Down the wing, ball sent in, no one really there though. Anderson wanted to play it higher up towards the top of the box. Aviles takes it in here in the 69th. Ball floats free. McGallhayes there, battling with Damas. Smith back through the back line. course, we'll have one more match for you tonight on ESPN Plus. FC Tucson and Greenville doing battle about half an hour following the conclusion of this one. Omaha and Madison doing battle tomorrow. Rayo, top of the box, still Rayo, through the contact, fires, deflected away by Magalhaes. Anderson, Terzaghi, both swarmed by North Texas, had 5 players back, but a foul is won by the Argentine at midfield. Players still down. It's Moape. Got caught up in there with Rayo. Stuck behind the play, not sure what happened. There's the foul that just occurred. Che and Terzaghi going at it. Behind that play up the field, Moape going down and being tended to. Two goals, 4 assists last year in 23 appearances. Third on the team and created chances this year in his 10 previous appearances. Coming off the bench for the second half. Hopefully can continue. First USL Championship playoff match going to extra time. Charlotte and Charleston already had a late start due to some weather issues. Now at 1-1 into extra time. The final spot in the Eastern Conference semis. Ball headed in, easy pickup for Aviles. Issue for North Texas this year has been closing out matches. They'll try to do exactly today. That's where they've been sharpest the last few matches. Headed on, Damas on the run. Met by Venter, ball back in, cleared. Now Richmond, they've allowed 5 goals in the final 15 minutes of matches this season. North Texas also allowing 5 in the final 15 minutes. But North Texas, here's the key, they've scored 6 goals in the final 15 minutes. Two poorest teams, essentially late in matches. Over the top, Moape on the run, but it goes out of play. To say the least, the match is not over yet here in the 74th. 1-goal margin. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on SiriusXM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. SiriusXM FC, channel 157 on your SiriusXM radio and the SiriusXM app. Fitzgerald picking this one up. Of course, SiriusXM FC, your home for the USL League One final come October 30th. Alisson gets it back in there for North Texas. Now Rodriguez. Back out wide here, Smith. Great in the 1v1 battles out there. Thompson winning that one, at least for now. Now this zone back in there. Manjoma. Smith. Smith gets the cross in there, floats free and knocked away by Akwe. Hold up, Terzaghi. Looks like a handball. It works out of play to Sawatsky. Mwape quickly getting it back in play. Bolduc fires, but blocked by Burgess. Akwe knocked out by Ryan, and we will hit our second half hydration break. 76th minute, 2-1 North Texas. Richmond finding one back in the second half from the PK spot. Richmond seeing more action on the ball as we headed deeper into the second half. Take a look at those goals we've had so far for you tonight. We began with Bruce in the first half. Roberts getting the save out of Fitzgerald, and an open opportunity for Bruce's third of the season. 1-0 early on for North Texas. They would find a second dagger, though, before halftime. Great combo play. Waldeck over to Manjoma in his second start, finding a goal for North Texas SC. 2-0 at the half for the home side, trying to find their third home win of the year. And then it was a PK given up by Che. To the PK spot we went. Terzaghi, the Golden Boot leader, finding number 10 on the year. Sliding it on by Aviles. 2-1 to North Texas still. Richmond on the chase. They've seen more possession in the second half, but yet to find that equalizer. Last time they were in this scenario, it took all the way till stoppage time against FC Tucson on the road. Do or die for North Texas. They need this win. A final mentality, as Eric Quill put it to us this week, for Richmond on the chase for that second finalist spot. But North Texas, they're right in the middle of things with a win today. Hearing a substitution to come for Richmond, getting more offensive out there, as Alves will be coming on as we resume play from this hydration break. That substitution presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Out there for Scott Thompson. Very much a more offensive substitution. See how this changes the formation. More of a three-back look perhaps, with McGall, Hayes, Akwe, and Venter all out there. Wape back over, Terzaghi stepping up. Terzaghi fires, blocked by Hernandez. Akwe steps up to keep it alive. Damas letting the troops move ahead. Resettles at midfield here in the 79th. Manjoma sends it in, headed away by Akwe. Foul, back the other way as Terzaghi went down. Quick restart though for the Richmond Kickers. Through ball, good look, Anderson on the run, stopped in his tracks by Che. Rodriguez on the back heel from Damas. Stopped by Akwe, at least for now. It's a corner kick over to North Texas SC. A corner kick presented by Michelob Ultra. A chance at the insurance tally. Lofted away. Smith back in there. And Bolduc will recover with a chase down the field. Wape. Alisson brings down Terzaghi. A card also for Alisson on the foul. No look here. Terzaghi doing just enough to get in front of Alisson. Throw in for the Kickers. Galhays all the way up. Galhays floats it in there. Aviles all over it. Time starting to dwindle for the Richmond Kickers here in the 82nd. Again, North Texas, a win here keeps their final hopes alive. Thomas on the run, trying to find the insurance tally against Galhays. Keeps it alive, still in there, and finally cleared. A loss here for Richmond would open things up for Greenville tonight to clinch home field advantage for the League One final. Lofted in, Aviles grabs it. All the way through to Akwe as they reset at the back. Falls to Rodriguez. Joma stepping up. Trying to get it to the left side of the box. Waldeck was wide open over there. Smith, the cross in. High hang time and off target. Substitution to come. Bonilla getting set. Come on for Rayo. More of a defensive look. And fullback out there. We'll see how this changes things. Appearance number 6 for the 19-year-old. And 14 appearances last year on the title-winning side. That substitution presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Stays with Richmond. Ball floats in, Aviles takes it on. A win here for North Texas launches them up to 4th place in the table. Just 3 points behind the Kickers. grand scheme of things, if this result holds, North Texas would still need Richmond and Omaha to drop points for a shot at a final spot. That ball goes out of play for a corner kick. Either way, though, they'd be in prime position, putting pressure on those two sides. As Anderson tries to walk this off. Wape. Akwe. Lofted back in. Alves is there, but headed back and away by Burgess. Corner kick for Kraft and the Richmond Kickers. Greg Boehm getting set to come on for Anderson. Kraft. The ball sent in. A touch by a few spots in there. Aviles is down. McGallhays and Richmond looking for a PK as play stops. Avila is injured. Taking a look at this one. Got stuck in there with Terzaghi, perhaps, maybe getting some contact as he knocked the ball away. Hopefully he's all right. Went down immediately, feeling contact to his head. Greg Boehm did come on in the last few moments. Native of Cincinnati, 8th appearance of the season. Right now the attention on the North Texas keeper, Aviles, who was a huge part of their run to the title last year with 9 clean sheets, 20 starts. FC Dallas homegrown signing in June. Now in his 9th start of the season. Trying to lead North Texas to victory once again with the captain's armband. Alvarez, Evans going down this season. Captains at one point, and now Aviles. Hopefully all right. Talking on the sidelines in this tense moment, of course, as Aviles is still tended to. Zamudio getting ready, just in case. Of course, has 4 starts this season, 16 saves. If he is called upon in this moment. Played 4 years. Club America in their youth before signing a first-team contract. Included in the 18 4 times for Club America. As Aviles is still tended to. is still tended to here. Should have quite a bit of stoppage time as Zamudio continues to prepare himself. Looks like Avila is going to stay out there. Awesome to see. A good show of sportsmanship between he and Terzaghi. Big opportunity here, meanwhile, as we have entered stoppage time. That stoppage in play to be seen how much we do get. So we've been stopped since about the 88th minute. Throw in on the far sideline. Lining up, great opportunity, fired just wide. What a goal that would have been. And well, there you go, folks. 8 minutes stoppage time here, presented by Advocare. With that recent stoppage, so much time left now for the Kickers to potentially find an equalizer. That means 7 more minutes for North Texas to try and stave off that comeback. North Texas with the throw-in. Shot is fired and a big save by Fitzgerald. Smith cutting inside there. Good opportunity from deep. Testing the keeper. Hernandez around the outside, great run. Goes down, tackle from behind, free kick as Akwe is called for the foul outside the box and a yellow card. His second of the season for the Canadian defender. Little clip at the heel of Hernandez as he was about to enter the box. Waldeck, Rodriguez. We've seen Rodriguez hit one on this sharp angle last year. Fires it on that huge save by Fitzgerald. Bonilla to the end line. He'll trap it in the corner. Out of play, goal kick. Fitzgerald keeping hopes alive tonight for Richmond. Now Fitzgerald. Wape. Poor clearance there by Waldeck. Out of play. It's a throw-in in the final third for Richmond, just like that. About 40 minutes remain of our Advocare stoppage time. Cross in, deflected by Waldeck. Waldeck squeezes it on through. Now Waldeck. Smith. Bolduc whips it in there, headed away by Che. Shot comes, secondary one out of play. It's a goal kick for North Texas and a sub as well, it seems, for Eric Quill. David Rodriguez will be coming on. Derek Waldeck, it seems, will make way. That substitution presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. David Rodriguez coming on with about 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Foul called, free kick to the Kickers. Fitzgerald all the way up to help out. Kraft launches it in there. Akwe, a header. Aviles punches it away. Kraft to the right side. Wape. Rodriguez on the run, trying to burn off this final minute of stoppage time. Damas in the box. Whiffs on that cross. Goal kick. Fitzgerald and the Kickers racing ahead. Knocked down by Che. Akwe. Still Akwe. Slipping up there as he raced down the field. Couldn't get the shot off. Damas is offsides. One final heave for Richmond. Otherwise, it's North Texas taking the 3 points. Headed up in there and up over the frame of goal. Was that the last opportunity for the Kickers? Aviles over the ball. Back out wide for North Texas. Back the other way. Time still on the clock. Arturo Rodriguez. Fires, grabbed by Fitzgerald. Still some hope, it seems, for the Kickers. No, it's North Texas with their third straight victory, and they're back in the final hunt as they take down the Kickers. (2-1) North Texas, their 2 goals in the first half. Stand tall. Our man of the match here tonight Manjoma, who had the game-winning goal in the end right before halftime. He's your Globe Life man of the matches. First goal for North Texas comes in a second start. What a showing by him at the right back spot. Alex Bruce, Manjoma, and North Texas find their third straight victory as we begin our post-game show presented by Heineken. 2-1 North Texas. We'll be right back with our highlights.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Hey, Billy, is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof. Shh.
And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh.
Yes, Billy. How are they? Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Welcome back here to Globe Life Park as we begin the Heineken post-game report. 2-1 victory for North Texas SC. What a win for them. Their third straight. Overall now up to 20 points on the table. Let's check out our save of the match from tonight's action. Aviles strong in there, hung in there till the end despite going down injured at one point as well. As Aviles getting the stop multiple times this evening. Our save of the match presented by Chase. Big victory for North Texas. Richmond able to find their first goal against North Texas SC in their 4 matches in history. But once again, North Texas 4-0 all time against the Richmond Kickers. Let's check out our full match highlights presented by Advocare. All North Texas in that first half, 69% possession in that first half. And a chance early on from Rodriguez, blocked, and then a save in the end by Fitzgerald, punching it away. Another look here, getting just enough on that to avoid getting it near the goal. And it was North Texas so strong on that right wing early on. A chance by Rayo, getting clipped in the end by Fitzgerald as it zinged on by. Then it was the opening tally. Roberts driving into the box off of Fitzgerald, and then Bruce putting it in 1-0. Third goal of the season for Alex Bruce. Then Hernandez, Manjoma, Waldeck, they had more. A second came, 2-0, and boy, they would need that second just before halftime. Another look. Great goal on the combo with Waldeck. Manjoma gets that. And then Richmond, some looks in the second half. That one just wide of Venter on the doorstep. Kraft sending a few balls nearly into the net on free kicks. This is the other one saved by Aviles. Finally, it would be an opportunity for Richmond to strike as Anderson went down against Che. And from the PK spot, it's Terzaghi, 10th of the season, a golden boot leading 10th overall. It ended 2-1 after that as we check out our full-time stats presented by Chase, even on the shot count. But a few more chances by North Texas in the end. 2 goals in the first half stand tall, and now 5-1-3 this season when North Texas does score 2 or more goals. Let's take a look at what that did to our standings. Keep in mind, Greenville and Tucson just underway. But that Richmond loss allowing Greenville now to potentially take control of the proceedings for that League One final. Have it at home. With a win tonight, they would clinch the rights to that. North Texas, though, in the hunt at 4th. They need some help with drop points along the way from the Kickers and Omaha, but they're right in there if they can win out. Huge win tonight for Eric Quill and their side as they keep their hopes alive, and the hopes of Tucson as well, as Tucson hopes for a result against Greenville now underway on ESPN+. Well, happy you stay with us for those 90 minutes. Great showing from either side, but it is North Texas top offense in the league. They showed you why in our Heineken post-game report. I'd like to thank our entire crew, and I'm Chris Makoviak, as always, signing off 2-1 to North Texas. They keep their hopes alive as they take down the Richmond Kickers here at home. Have a great night, everyone. More League One action tomorrow. Tune on over for Tucson and Greenville.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.